morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Jacqueline Donado, a Strategic Program Manager of the Queen's Chamber of Commerce. Small business are the backbone of the city, and we are committed to doing all we can to support your business. At Queen's Chamber, we create connections, we advocate for the business community, and we educate. Today, very proud to introduce Manly Lin, Economic Development Specialist at the U.S. Small Business Administration, SBA, presenting today's webinar. This time is all about marketing and how we, as consumers, can make decisions in our life. This webinar is broadcast on Facebook Live, and my colleague Mohamed Amin, he will upload the video on the Queen's Chamber YouTube channel, and we'll take care also the Q&A. Feel free to ask your questions on the chat. Looking forward to work with all of you. And once again, very proud to present once again Manly Lin. Let's welcome Manly.
Thank you, Jacqueline and the Queen's Chamber of Commerce for holding this webinar. So let me share my PowerPoint. Okay, so today we are talking about neuro marketing. Actually, I think when you hear this title, what's neuro marketing? Actually, we will have fun, okay? Because people right now like Amazon, Google's actually they all use some technical to explore what we are thinking. What customers are thinking, how to encourage us actually to buy or for their product or services. So I think today's we can all learn something that actually what can help us actually to get our customers or actually to know better than your customers. Actually, a lot of people, they buy something like I think most women like we know that actually we bought something that we don't need. Okay, but why actually we do that? And now actually you have a lot of technology actually they participate in this kind of research or investigation. Okay, so before I start the fun part, I just want to share you actually from the hot jar, I got some new information because right now not some of the business or IT people or neuroscientists, actually they all participate actually to help people can do better marketing. So they offer right now, they say the first things and 4 steps. Okay, the first one, we know that actually we should focus on our customer, our users. We have to know actually what's convenient for them, what's best for them. So actually you should understand your current user experience. So we know that actually right now I have later I will show you the next slide. Google have tools to help you. But for most of the technology, they use the heat maps. Later I will show you some picture and also session recording. So you can you can see actually what your customers actually when they see your website, when they go to your website, actually what they focus, what they ignore. Okay, so you can know, you can improve actually your website page, actually to make them to let your users have a good experience, exploring on your website. I think during the pandemic, everybody spent a lot of time on the different kind of website. Some of them actually you have to navigate and you cannot find what you really need or like. Some design actually make you want to go back again. Some you just don't want to try again. So for one Google analytics actually is very important. Right now I have some individuals and a big business, they use that. So if you for free for individuals, but for the companies, actually, they have the enterprise version one. If they install that, okay, so they can track, actually, they can see, all the page view, the bounce, the drop off, the conversion. Actually, we know actually what our customers actually conversion rate of traffic, and also like what pages actually your customers go most, or high track pages where customers go before they go converting or just leave. And then you can get a lot of information. But the Google Analytics actually show you what's happening on your website, but cannot really tell you why things are happening. Okay, so this is the new company. Actually, they think actually if they can work, you can if you can use the Google Analytics and also their technologies together. I just want to show you that actually what they use and what will be better for you. So for the for the heat maps, actually you can understand how people interact with your website page. So they have different colors, like a red color and green color, so you can see how where the people they pay attention to those items. For example, always if you put a baby's picture on the website, people will look at the babies. Babies is the best actually pictures for everything. But if a baby just face you to the audience, okay, and the baby look at the words that actually, or the pictures or things, products especially, that you want everybody can look at them, then you should let the baby look at those items you want your customers to look at. Okay, so actually that's not just people's imagine. This is all through the technology. Okay, later we'll show you. So the heat maps actually can show you what your customers actually they focus most. And also they have a session recording. So this, actually they're recording your user's journey actually across the website. So actually you can see how they move around, okay, and then what they click on or ignore something. So actually you can modify your website, okay, and especially maybe some they will have some articles or issues when they explore, so that can help you. So so they have a session just say if you can use Google Analytics, and in that way, like you can see which page can get the highest or lowest number of visit, what traffic sources are more likely to convert, because your goal is to let the viewers actually to buy from you, and what page visit leads to the most or least conversions. And you can spot those weak points actually in your conversion funnel, so you can determine that actually how to modify your new page. And then you can use watch the session recording, use Hotjar actually. You can identify actually understand what makes people stumble, and eventually they leave the website. I think right now people don't have patience or time actually to wait to solve the problem. They just want everything fast. So the difference between UI is user interface design and the user experience. So right now, actually, those are two very important things. For the user experience, you want to let them feel they have a good experience on your website. So UI design is more narrowed. Is narrower because they focus on the visuals, those design, and the customer the user's experience. UX actually is broader. The broader processes to identifying and solve the user's problem. For example, I have a list here. So those how to design, actually, color is very important. Later, we will talk about those fun things, okay? Then UX is the flow, okay? So people how to go through your web page or landing page. Those are very important, actually. Can they find what they are looking for? Like this one, okay? Like 4 key principles. The first one, like a lot of recipe or cooking website. But sometimes, people say, I don't have time to watch all the videos, how they cook. I just want to get the recipe. So you can see this one, actually, they add something called jump to recipe buttons. They don't have time. They don't want to watch the video. They just want to get the recipe. Okay, so something like this. And also the second things you have to remember have to be simple. Okay, and also have, have the hierarchies that actually is clearly, so you can easy, okay? So for customers, actually, they're easy to understand and navigate, and they can find exactly what they are looking for. They don't have to go through all of your products or your like a lot of words to get through. So create a consistent style and feel. Actually, feeling actually sometimes is more important than the quality of the products, okay? Because people actually, we shop actually sometimes by feeling. Later, when we talk about the neuroscience, you can find out. So like Apple is a very good example. So no matter what kind of device you use from Apple, it's very consistent. They have similar gestures, icons, hierarchies, and visual style. So unify the user experience. Okay, so we know Apple's when they send you a package right now, it's just simpler and simpler. They don't have a lot of parts. Okay, but most of the time you can use other devices part to use for the new part. The next one is functionality is more important than the design. Like this one on the right, it's very fancy one, okay? When you go to the websites, all the different colors circle, they're just running around and you can click the most color. They ask you, what's your most favorite color? You can click on that one. But actually, that's not really the purpose, okay? People not focus on that, actually. So the UX focus on how your product functions, okay? So you want to provide a effortless and, for your customers. And the last one, draw on the familiar. So, this website, actually, they call Tinder, actually. They use swipe right, usually like Facebook, we have to press the like. This one is just swipe to the right, okay? So that's our, most of the people's, we like just swipe from left to right. So there is one series later we will talk about. For when you look at the laptop or of course a cell phone especially, the vertical, okay, the vertical and maybe the F shape, like on the top you like to go across and then come down, and then F shape or the triangle shapes. So you have to know like your customers, what's best for them actually when they use all those to look at your website. Okay, so neuroscience, actually, we go to the fun parts. Okay, so the neuroscience actually start very early, 2004. Okay, there was a neuroscientist actually. So when he make the blind taste test, everybody actually, compared to Pepsi and Coca-Cola, everybody chose Pepsi. But actually, why everybody buy Coca-Cola? Okay, so That's his question. He say, if everybody really prefer Pepsi over Coke, why isn't Pepsi dominating the market? So he made a test, use the MRI machine to track those testers' brain activities. Then at first, actually, half of the participants say they prefer Pepsi, okay? But when he told them actually which samples were Coca-Cola, actually they all switch, okay, like 3-1 in favor of Coke. So actually, he also observed that actually the brain part, okay, there are the prefront cortex part. That's the part actually for our emotion, okay. And now switch to the control part actually for the hippocampus is related to memory. So for him actually, so he has the report, okay. So he concluded that actually brain was recording image and ideas from commercials, and that thoughts and emotions connect to the branding or overriding reactions to the actual quality of the products. So actually we shop, we buy actually by our emotion. So 2004, okay, that's the first published his funding. Um, so people just pay attention to the neuro marketing, but not until really late. The concept was first actually explored by a Harvard marketing professor. Okay, so he's after he has the technique, he patented actually a technique called ZMET. Actually, those famous companies like GM's, Nestle, those big companies actually, they already use what they, there's research. So now we will look at that. When the non-blind tasting, okay, people most will choose the center one, the Coca-Cola, okay. But when the blind tasting, actually, everybody like Pepsi. So we know that Coke, actually, they try to have a new Coke, okay, new style Coke, but actually it's failed, okay. Why is that? Okay, because people, when they think about Coca-Cola, actually they remember those. Those are the good memories. They use, like they say, if you can share, and Coke bring happiness. So it's the memory, the feelings of the Coke. It's not product itself. And also they make a experiment. Okay, when you are in a restaurant, actually, they let people try to listen to German music and French music. They find out actually depends on the music actually the restaurant actually play. They make different selections of the wine that actually they want to drink. And people was surprised when they told that. They didn't think that actually is really the music actually influence their decision. So there are I'd like to thank Terry Wu. He's a neuroscientist. I think that's last year I heard about his webinar, and then that's um, I was crazy about the neural marketing, so I do a lot of research and readings actually. So today actually I'm going to share with you all my findings and my thoughts too. So there are all different kinds of definition. Okay, so far there is no one definition that actually can be recognized by everybody. Okay, so here I just share, I think this one is good enough. Neural marketing is the formal study of the brain's responses to advertising and branding, and adjustment of those messages based on feedback to elicit even better responses. So they use different machines, okay, like fMRI and EEG to test, to explore people's reaction. So you can see here, okay, you can see here actually the different parts in our brains, actually they control different. So for example, this one part create the expectation of pleasure, higher thinking, memory, painful stimuli, and register disappointment when a hoped for reward doesn't materialize. So actually, you will see that actually, if they usually right now have some company actually they will use those machines on your customers, okay, like a Google analysis before. Actually, they, if you install that, actually they can follow your customers, see how they explore, navigate on your website. So who implement those neural marketing? Actually, we are watched every day. Okay, if you use this kind of website, or so like Google and MediaVest, actually they try. This is just some example that how they use that. So before they have advertisements, they try to test. So they find out actually how. So they stop that. Actually, they don't think that's a good one. Then Microsoft, we know that right now actually they are watching us actually. So we know that it's including feelings of surprise, satisfaction, and frustration. And something interesting actually, surprise and frustration and negative and angers actually can trigger our desire to buy something. So later we will see that, okay? So a lot of products or companies, really, they are using that kind of result. And Frito-Lay, same thing, okay? So Frito-Lay, they changed their package because originally they put the chips on the package. Then they know that actually they have to avoid the thought of guilty. People, especially most mothers, so they feel guilty that actually, chips is not healthy food. So later they change the picture of potatoes. So potatoes actually looks more healthy. Okay, so that's very interesting too. And the Weather Channel TWC, actually they use those like people's response to modify, actually refine their commercials. So you can see that actually, and also I know for the political campaigns they use that too. So of course there are some skeptical concerned about those machine, okay, but here some customers actually is more neural marketing effective. Like you can create, so you can if you can create positive and memorable impact, so anyone can take the basic discoveries and adjust their products or services, okay? Because unconsciously, subconscious actually, people buy, a lot of people, they didn't know why they buy something, okay? It's subconscious. And sometimes actually they know, okay? They know that they're not supposed to buy that, but they still buy that because the feeling, the brain, the part of the brain actually just urge them to buy that, okay? So the sensory devices actually can create those memory. So like the aroma of fresh bread, or the music, or some stories. When you heard some, when you, I believe everybody, when you hear maybe the language that you're familiar with, or a song that you heard before, have some feeling to you, those actually you know will affect your brand and your shopping, your purchase habits. So as a business owner or marketer, actually we have to understand those, okay? And we can use that. So there are 6 principles. Actually, we don't even need machine that we know about that. The first things, everybody focus on you, okay? So when we do any commercials, actually we should focus on your customers pain point, not ours, okay? So when you say, you have to say you. So next, we will have examples for that. Then the second one, get to the point, okay? So because right now, especially every day, have so much information actually. So your message is competing with all those messages. So you have to go to the point. Third one, be visual, okay? Visual, that's why right now people use pictures, use videos right now. Even have business card. They have a video business card now. Okay, so show the image. If you cannot show the image, you can create a mental image. So that for the customers. The next one, keep it concrete. Because like with the facial expression, it's easier, okay, when you describe that. Close strong. So people usually, no matter what, even a movie, the beginning and the end are the most important part, okay? So you should close strong and then use emotion. So you can see here, surprise, laughter, fear, and anger. All cause disruption, so trigger memory. So those actually, of course, we don't want to be manipulated by those emotions, but in marketing, actually, you can use in a good way. Okay, so what's the neuro marketing campaign developed? Okay, so here some words, person intensive. So you can use the like new information or stimuli is introduced for the brands can compare the new information with what already know, and you can have express conscious opinions about the product itself. You can tell people that actually your subconscious actually you think this way, but we can use those, but we also can convince them actually to make decision actually in a rational way. So how do we decide? So this is the good books and talk about our thinking way. Okay, he's a Nobel Prize winner. Okay, so I already mentioned baby picture is the best things. So when you see this, I think everybody just love this. And when you see this, actually you have some reaction, connection. Okay, and for you, this one you see the green lights. So this is all use our part of your brains that actually you don't have to think. Okay, the next one, if I ask you a question, I say, names. Let me move the photos. Okay. So if Nancy's mother had 4 daughters, their names are April, May, and June. So actually, what's the last daughter's name? Okay. So most of the picture. Okay. Can I see the questions? Can I see the questions that anybody answer that? What is the title and the author of the book? Okay, I would send, okay, I don't answer the question. I just want to see anybody answer this question. Okay, Nancy's mother have 4 daughters and their names are April, May, and June. So who is the 4th daughter's? What's 4th daughter's name? A lot of people will answer, March or July, okay? But actually the answer is Nancy, because my question is Nancy's mother have 4 daughters. So most people actually, they just react very fast according to our knowledge or background or experience. The next one. Okay, also this is very, very important. Conformity, okay, bias. What's that mean? You can see, wow, everybody is like that. So that's why Amazon, we know that Amazon use all these neural marketing skills very, okay, like 100, 200%. So the first thing that you see, wow, this is 4 stars or 5 stars, and they have the number, more than 5,000 customer review. Okay, and 100 plus answer question. You see the number, you say, wow, everybody. So we like to follow, okay? And #1 bestseller. And the price, okay, so this is the other things, free, okay? Free is very powerful. And you can save how much, okay? So this is a very good example for you. People like to follow. I think, everybody have that experience. If you see, on the street, several people, they look up in the sky, you will look up at the sky too, okay? Because you just think, wow, they must see something interesting. So that's one thing. And this is one example, okay? 2 jars of the cookies. Which one you think most people will buy? Actually, it's the right side one. People say, wow, there's only 2 left. This must be good. Okay, so let me buy that. And this is the loss aversion bias. People are afraid to lose. Okay, so there are examples. If I say, can we play the game? Toll the coins. If heads up, you win $10. If tails up, you lose $10. If like this, most people, they say, no, I'm not going to play. But the next one, okay, if heads up, you can win $20. Tails, you lose $10. And people are saying, yeah, actually, I will win $15. So actually, it's not lose too bad. Okay, if I lose, I not too bad, $10 compared to 25. So most people will participate. Okay, and the next one is the power of speed. Okay, especially now. Do you know that Amazon, they after they change their website 1/10 second faster, they make $1.7 billion more. And for Walmart too, you can see they make $244 million more. So right now, people don't have patience. When I go online, I want to do it fast. Okay, if I have to wait for like 5 seconds, I would just leave. Okay, the next one, price. Okay, we know price is very important, but now how you should put on your website. Okay, so for example, if you sell this toaster for $275, then you put another one, $425. People originally, they don't want to buy. When they see this. Not too many people want to buy it, but when they see this, okay, most people actually they bought this. Okay, they bought the 275. They were thinking, yeah, not too much difference actually. Just the design is fancier, looks nicer and moderner, but it's too expensive compared to the original one. So they would buy that one. So what this tell you? When you post something to buy, you should list another items. Actually, the price is really high. Okay. Like this one for the digital photos. This is a photo development company. So originally they say digital $59. If you print $125, you have both. You $125. Okay. If this one, and then we test. So for you can see 20% people will just choose the digital, only 20%, but most will choose the print plus digital. 80% of choose that one. Okay, and then But if you only have two, digital $59 and print plus digital 125, most people would choose the digital because they see it's a big difference of the price. Okay, but if you put this print $125 and both, this is like free, and especially if you put a free there, everybody will buy this because people actually power of free. Okay, that's very important. So like this one, if you say $10, gift card free, and $20 you pay $7. Actually, this is more benefits for you, but most people choose free. Okay, people like free stuff, and this is especially okay. It's very interesting. The price, okay, price of this is $15, shipping $5, total is $20. So let's see the result. Okay, so and compared to this one, if you say shipping is free and the price is $20 and the $15 shipping $5, people will choose this one. But exactly the same, $20. Okay, but people like the free power. And this one, if you have the three comparison, okay, $15 shipping $5, $20 shipping free, and itself, the product itself free. Even the shipping is $20. People love this. They like to see the products is free. So this is how those machine, the technology can tell us. Okay, the power of color. We know that actually. We know colors make people think different. Okay, but actually you don't know how much. Do you know the Google this color, the color blue that you can research? They test more than 50 different blue color. Then they find out actually according to the machine, the brain activities, they choose this color. But actually for us, we cannot tell. If they list all the 50 colors for us, we cannot see the difference. But our brains actually, they make different reaction to those colors. Okay, and this one too, that's why they have this color. Okay, for this actually the jellos, actually the blue color is the worst because blue actually doesn't look something that actually for food. Okay, so actually this one, the blue color one, is a fail. Okay. So they have the color emotion guide. I hope that actually in the future when you design your products or services or especially the marketing materials, I think you can think about that. Actually, we saw some real situation on the Shark Tank. Actually, there was one time, there are two young men. They invented something, the case that can put your brush, like a painting brush, the case to put in. So those two young gentlemen, actually, they love blue color. So actually for their design, the package actually is in blue color and the words is tiny. So the Shark Tank, one of the investors, actually, she invested in them, but she asked them to have to change the package. So they don't believe that she told them you have to change to a bigger word, to the red color. They don't like the red color. So she make experiments for them. So she hand on those two design actually on the way and ask them to walk through. So after they walk through, they really see the difference. Okay, the name, the functions of those package are big in red, and so they agreed to change that. So actually, sometimes, when you design, I know that everybody design your logo, your website, your package. Actually, you choose what you like, but you have to think about what your customers will be influenced, what they will get, pay attention to your products, not yourself. Okay, the power of story. Okay, especially right now on the website, most people, you have website to sell, right? So if you can put a story on the product, that's why very important for the description. If you only have pictures, maybe it's good, but if you can put a description, especially the beautiful stories relate to those products or your items, actually make a big difference. Like this one, okay, the glasses, actually they have a very beautiful love story behind it. So they make 350 million dollars more after they just post that story. So here, okay, eye tracking, actually I already mentioned, they just track your eye point, okay, to see that actually where you pay attention. So also can help you to get deep inside of your HCI, the human computer interaction. Okay, so website testing. So website testing is very important too. So how people attend to advert or communicate or call to action. You want people to have the action to buy your products. So the gaze patterns actually of your website visitors, okay, is very important. How long does it take them to find a specific product on your site? Or what kind of visual information do they ignore? You want to modify, avoid that. So this is, I already mentioned before, heat maps, okay? Use those, they can see the gaze point. So you can see, the red parts suggest the high number of gaze points, okay? So you can see actually when you have a message, okay? When you have a message, you want to especially the bottom, the items, actually you want your contact information or shop the card, okay, the shopping card, buy those, okay, are the one that you want them to pay attention. And this is all different kinds, different kind of technology machines actually can help you. This is all, okay, those biosensors can capture human attention and the emotion. They tell you, what can help you. So I don't go to the details. Actually, I will send you the PowerPoint so you can read that. But, they say, Pectarians actually, people just see something, like we see baby, everybody loves baby, right? So those just, you don't think. And the new brains actually is you are thinking, okay, you are more rational, you have to think and then you make decision. So I have one test here, but today nobody, so you can test that. It's very interesting. You read loud out the color, not the letters. There are, okay, you read out the colors, okay, not the letters. So like this one is red, white, green, blue, black, okay. But if you go to the next one here, you read out the color, okay. So this one, okay, you have to, this one actually you have to think. So actually you cannot say so fast, okay. So like if you can try now, I don't know, we don't have, we cannot listen, hear you. So try the first line on the top. You have to see white, green, black, red, brown. Okay, so you have to think. So actually it slow you down, your brain's down. You need to think. So there are 6 stimuli. I just want to tell you the first one. People are self-centered. So for this one, for example, is this advertisement. They have the angles. Actually, they sell the bicycle. So you use the point of view from the rider, not you. Okay, so most people, they sell the bicycle. Of course, they want to show the whole bicycle, but this one actually will give you the feeling that actually you want to buy the bicycle. So you can put the both there. Okay, so this one you can see here, use you, everything is you. Okay, so that's very important. People are self-centered. And contract, you can see here. Okay, use this is the contract. And the next one, before and after. People, a lot of commercials, they use this one. This tangible. Okay, if you just say do not drunk drive, no, this is for reserved for drunk driver. So this is tangible. Okay, for people to look at. This one too. Okay, Mr. Clean. So you can see that's tangible. You have to show people the something concrete. And the beginning and end. Okay, so this is we already mentioned that they say the secret to a good movie is the opening, a hard close, and just don't screw up in the middle. So you have to have a strong, opening and a strong close. This is visual. Okay, so you can see here. This is a fitness studio, or visualize. And this is emotional. Okay, so you can see this advertisement just bring you the feeling. Don't do that. Okay, this one, okay, can better eating. So even the food, the order to place the different food. This is a school. Actually, just a change. They put the healthy food in the beginning and the end. The kids, they change. Okay, they will pick up the healthy food. And this one, the taller glass and the wide one. Okay, people feel actually. So actually, people after they use the tall one, most of them they choose. So they will have 74 less juice, and the bars actually 27% less if they use the tall one. Okay, so there are 4 steps actually. Okay, so you should diagnose the pain, like for your customers. Uh, differentiate your claims. So actually, they have a problem. So how can you help them? Demonstrate the gain. Okay, if they use your products, what they can get, and then the deliver to the reptilian brain. So when they see your advertisements, actually, um, they they would have the reaction right away. They don't think. Okay, so that's the 4 steps actually. Then they will buy. Okay, so this is they don't think. When they see the 3 steps before that, they have the urge to buy. So here I have some small changes that actually I just want to share with you. Okay, so people like to choose healthy food options when you put the pictures on the left side of the menu. Okay, this is just some of those results of those neuroscience. And large open spaces in luxury stores actually associate with high social status. Removing dollar signs from the price listing can actually boost sales. And also, people actually pay more attention to the light color object when they hear high pitch, okay, high pitch sounds. That's very interesting. And also, brain process about 95% of the information we take in unconsciously. Okay, so especially particularly program problem solving and decision making. So that's really scary. Okay. Most effective when you are using biological or neurological data. Actually, that's the best neuro marketing. Okay. So you should, we should at least learn about that. And also here, emotions drive biases and subconscious decision making. So emotions actually, so if your design actually can bring some good memory for your customers, that's a very good point. Visuals are processed more quickly. Okay, so now everybody use photos and video. You use those celebrities or beautiful women, children, and puppies. Actually, those image actually are, you know, universally appealing, and faces of any type draw the eye better than other kind of visuals. Okay, and message that consumer find is not related to them actually reduce their positive response. So something have to relate to them. So you should know about your customers, what relate to them. Okay, and also if can personally identify with create, like they can connect to themselves, actually it create a positive response. And when consumer purchase a product from a brand he or she is loyal to, actually the reward center of the brand gets activated. And we know the price, a lot of price tag, they have 99.999 cents actually, and $100. Okay, so price with round numbers are processed more easily. Okay, but numbers like 99.99 are perceived as a better deal. So people think, they will think this is a better deal, but easier is 100. And colors, we already talked about that, very important. First and last part of the messaging. Okay, and also avoiding pain is a stronger motivation than seeking pleasure. Okay, that's something I think everybody know. So here is major doubts in neuro marketing. Neuro marketing doesn't let me read minds. Okay, they say, of course, okay, it doesn't. They don't let you read mind. They just want to provide you some data actually, so you can make the right, better decision. And neuro marketing makes people buy more, doesn't it? It doesn't, but you can make people use those information. You can make people buy more, but not the neuro marketing itself, those skills. So results are not reliable, are they? Actually, they are. Okay, so depends on how you use them. So how neuroscience affect consumer decision making? You can see here. You can see most famous their design. Did you see something in common? Okay, clear, color, get your attention. Okay, so there are 6 ways you can use neuro marketing. I don't have too much time, so I just want to, this one we already talked about. Okay, the contents, determine if your content is making the most impact. So you need to stimulate emotions, appeal to the brain's instant. Okay, so those are the brands that make decision right away. They love baby, they love those photos right away. We already talked about the customers, the UX and UI design. That's very important. Social media to determine whether they are making the right impression. Okay, so this videos right now. Okay, we know right now is a new trend for you. So there are, I provide you 15 powerful examples of the neuro marketing in actions. Okay, so the importance eye gaze. So you should know about that. So actually, So as a result of those fundings, actually now take abroad. Now actually a lot of company or machines actually, some company, they buy that machine actually to search, like this one I mentioned. If you use the baby's photo, you should let babies look at the information that you hope your customers look at. Okay. So you can see the difference. Okay, here before on the left side, nobody look at your information. Now people will follow the baby's eye gate. So that's important. And this one, your packaging is very important. They say actually people respond to those shiny packages is negative response to them. So they like the matte look. Okay. The color, okay, blue are for the professionals. So it depends on your customers. You have to think about those. So this is the color chart, and compare advertisements campaign. Like we already mentioned that you have to. There is a campaign actually. So they test that and then find out those highest amount of brand activities is in a particular region. So actually they have a hotline actually just focus on that region. And this is the one, don't list too many choices, okay? If too many choices actually is not good actually for customers. Later we will have another experience. Then also this one too, okay? So the emotional, the level of our engagement or emotional actually relate to the products is invaluable to the advertisers here. So customer satisfaction actually is very important. People like to see the beautiful face. Loss aversion, we already know people don't want to miss something. So that's why you can say, the last day, last chance, or only 2 items left, those things. Anchoring, okay, this is very important for the pricing. So compare different kind of package, like two hotel, actually they have the same price, similar, but one just adds a free coffee in the morning, actually they win. So speed, we know is important. And this one, we know that right now, a lot of companies still use the feedback from your customers, but most of the feedback actually, a lot of people, they didn't know, okay, actually, or they don't want to tell the feelings, actually, they don't want to hurt the company or other people's feeling. So actually, they didn't tell the truth and you didn't know the truth. So this is for the game, the video game, they have some reward, have punishment. And so we know right now, if you create a pleasurable experience for customers to keep them attached, that's what they are doing, okay? And this one is a motor, a car, actually their design, actually they test that and they see this is Hyundai's actually, okay. Setting the right place, actually emotional, okay. The emotional decision making, like round figures. Some people, they just say, oh, $10, that's easier, okay. But if they think they use logical brand, then they would choose the 99s. So website layout is very important here. Just want to tell you, horizontal style website layout actually are less attractive actually than the traditional vertical. So usually people used to see that. And this one, the headlines. So right now have the new trend, okay? So you use the old slogan like this one, practice make a patron. Okay, you just change, everybody familiar sentence or title, you just change the word to yours. This is share with you the marketing myth. Okay. So people who have used your brand before will remember you better. That's false. Public service announcement need to be scary to help change behavior. That's false. Consumers are completely rational shopper. That's totally false. And mobile advertising is great way to reach your audience. Somewhat false. Have a celebrity endorsement help your brand? Somewhat false. Okay. So how to boost yourselves with neuro marketing? So this one I already mentioned. Okay, if you want to sell this one, you should the left one, you should post the one item that actually the price is really high. This is more 7 marketing techniques for you. So I won't don't have time to go to the detail, but this one, the words like protect or avoid or danger or lose actually can get intermediate attention. Okay, so sometimes you just have to use that in a new way. Okay, so this is I already mentioned, because right now everybody go on website. So actually in F shapes, usually people look the top from left to right and then go down. So eye tracking experiments show but triangles actually widest on the top and narrow down. So you have to put what do you hope your customers see, okay, in the most important locations for them. Some places or some like corners actually they don't even look at them. Okay, so that's very important. And this one, the price, this is very important too. Okay, price anchors actually. When people buy something, they already have a numbers actually. They already decide. Okay, so that low anchor price can be replaced if you provide a new one. But sometimes if it's too high, then just you will lose the customers immediately. If too low, then the higher product prices may kill potential sales. Okay, so so you can use the negative way, okay, to if your anchor price that is higher than actual product price. So for example, you say don't pay $3,000 for your new computer, can make a $1,900 computer seem like a bargain. Okay, so use the words is very important. Comparison shopping can be very confusing. Okay, so for example, it's too many items actually is sometimes it's difficult. People just give up. So if only 2 items will be easier. Okay, usually if you only have 2 items, people will pick the cheap one. If 3 items, usually people choose the middle one. So the suggestion actually is you can put the products you most want to sell in appropriate position in any comparison. Okay, so this is free, okay, free or discount, or you put a 5-star, low stars, people don't want to lose the opportunity, okay, and how many people already got it. So make it easier for your customer to buy, okay. Okay, so this is, okay. Okay, I want to skip something, go to the ending one. We only have, okay, so I will send this to you. I want to go to the end. There are web design, 15 ways. I don't no time to explain to you, but you can read, okay. This is all very interesting that actually you can put on your marketing materials, or when you talk to your customers, you make your elevator pitch. For the website design, where you can put, okay, I want to use this example. For example, this two, okay, this is the first one. They want people look at here, but actually most people will look at here. So you can see the heat map here, but later they change, okay? The color changed. Only the important message, actually, they use different color. So it's much, much better, okay? Okay, the final slide I share with you. This is a real story, actually. There are leaks, actually, at Amsterdam airport. So they cannot solve the problem. Actually, the urinals, actually, people is always dirty there. So they actually, after they did one thing, okay, they have a fly. They painted a fly, actually. Then report is 80% decrease, actually. So they solved the problem with that. So you can see this is they use, they really use a good way to do that. So here, your target customers, actually, and then you should use the traditional marketing strategy, and plus right now we can learn something new, so to reach out your loyal customers. Okay, so would like to share this information with you, and also I think actually you can it's still developing, so it's interesting that everybody learn about that. Thank you so much. That concludes my presentation today.
Right. Thank you so much, Manui. Right now, the Q&A only has one question in it.
Yeah.
Let's just ask that one question. So Yeri Lirano asked at 11:30, what is the title and author of the book written by the Nobel Prize winner? I believe you mentioned the book in passing.
Right. Actually, I have the photo there. So I will send you the PowerPoint, okay? So you can write down the name and also the books. That's the neuro scientist, actually, he recommend that one.
Okay, so that's actually the only question we had through the entire webinar. We will be uploading this webinar to YouTube later today. The slides will be sent out afterwards too, once I get the list to Manui. I want to thank Manui for taking her time to present this to us, and I want to thank all of you for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for everybody for attending. Thank you, Mohammed, actually help us.